Name, image, and likeness, 3 words that have definitely caused a little bit of consternation and have caused some wrench or two to be thrown into how we handle daily sporting life and sporting reporting, especially when it comes to collegiate injuries prior to games and how they are being handled. And it also brings a few more questions. Stick with us. We'll talk about the Isaac Brown situation at UofL. What's cooking? Welcome back into another edition of Now We Can Talk Like Fans on ESPN Louisville Plus. My name is Justin Soforo, and obviously the topic that has permeated, and maybe it's been a little bit of a sleeper topic, but it's really taken hold today as we talk about the situation surrounding Isaac Brown and the Louisville football program. Obviously, just kind of recap a little bit of what's happened on Saturday, shortly before the game started. We got a little bit of an update, a notice that multiple of Louisville's players, big hitters on the offense, would not be playing or probably would be sitting out or have limited roles. Of those listed were Chris Bell, Duke Watson, and Isaac Brown that have been mysteriously suffering some injuries. Chris Bell ended up playing a lot of minutes in that, so that was a little bit weird. I guess I would say the least bit in that reporting. And then one Isaac Brown, one situation, he ripped off a 19-yard run in the one stat that I think that he really got in that game. And then we never saw him again. And he looked pretty healthy. From my point of view, as the star running back as he is, he looked pretty good. I don't know that there'd be a time, and I know I'm not a great comparison to make, but judging by the strength or the health of my legs, I'd be more than happy with that to show how I would be playing. The reason I bring this up, obviously, is there have been questions that have been asked by the media, by fans as well, about what is going on with Isaac Brown. Is Isaac Brown healthy? Is he actually suffering a severe injury as is being reported? Or is there more to the picture? I'll go ahead and throw to a little conversation during the press conference with Jeff Brom, that our own Mark Blankenbaker, who's on the Dieter Show. That is on Monday through Fridays at 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. every single day, ESPN Louisville, 93.9 The Ville, 105.7, and of course the ESPN Louisville app. You can listen to them there. But he had a question to ask to Jeff Brom.
Coach, what's the status and the nature of the injury of Duke Watson and Isaac Brown, and what's their status for Saturday at this point?
Both have lower leg injuries that they're trying to heal up from, and hopefully we get them back, but I will not know till later in the week.
Coach, what's the...
And that's the Jeff Brom special, right? And I don't expect much more. I don't expect a lot of comment. I do expect maybe, somebody to give us a little follow-up question, maybe press them a little bit more to ask a little bit, what's the issue? What's going on? Is there something else? I mean, I don't know how, even if you were to ask about NIL and stuff like that, obviously he wouldn't give you a real answer. Part of me, enjoys that about Jeff Brom, loves it. He gives you very little, he's a master at it when it comes to he's going to give you no information. Keep things zipped up, make the program look good. Absolutely. Need that as a fan. On the other side, I would like to have a little bit more transparency and clarity on what is going on, specifically with Isaac Brown. As I stated before that, ripping off a 19-yard run, the one time he really gets to touch the ball against Bowling Green State, it's hard for, I hate to be that guy. But if you want to argue with me and say that he's clearly injured after watching that, it's a hard time for me to buy that argument. And maybe it is. Maybe he just had a little bit. Maybe by the end of that run, I don't know. I'm going to go back and watch some film and see if maybe he hobbled off the field or something like that. Maybe potentially that's what happened. There's other theories and thoughts. As we get into NIL and the not the cloud around it. There's no cloud around it, but different issues that it causes. It's all run like almost like a professional organization. I mean, yes, it is a professional organization, but what I mean is instead of being collegiate athletes, student athletes, they're athletes first. They're professional athletes at this point, right? So I don't know. I don't know specifically what kind of deals there may be along with NIL. Does he have something in a quote unquote contract with somebody that says, if you play this many number of games or this many number of snaps, get this many number of yards per each game, per the whole season, however that pans out. That's the one issue I wonder if maybe something with some kind of payment could be associated with that. Regardless, there's been a little bit of scuttle about potentially maybe there's, and I roll my eyes at this. I don't get too worked up about it because it's one thing I know, and I feel like Jeff Brom runs a pretty good tight ship. But there could be maybe, personality conflicts. You've got guys with egos. You've got Duke Watson. You got Isaac Brown. Two of the. Now we're looking at it. I mean, you can't look at the numbers that they put up last year and look at what Louisville has and not expect to treat them like the jewels that they are. And I think that they do, but it's a little bit of a difficult situation. Are they demanding more money? Are they demanding more? Whatever it is, I don't know. But there's potential there that there could be some issue, or maybe in the end it's just an injury. Maybe they literally both happen to have lower leg injuries. It's not uncommon when it comes to the game of football and the amount of contact and physical strain you put on your body, game in and game out. That being said, there's been a lot more confusion, smoke maybe when it comes to the situation with Isaac Brown. At the same time, I would say we need to watch this very clearly. One thing we will see is coming this Saturday. So with the game that happened against Bowling Green State, they don't have to put out regular player injury reports until literally right before the game starts, which is literally you got that update right around kickoff, right? When it comes to the ACC, they have to put out a day before or so. And I think we'll have a much clearer picture on how things are panning out by Saturday, by game time. Maybe wrap up that game if you see Isaac Brown getting the start, getting the traditional number of snaps that he would get. If he's continuing to be reported injured and reportedly out, then that's something that raises up a few more red flags, and maybe we're talking about this situation for a lot longer. And I wonder if maybe Duke Watson gets pulled a little bit more into it or not. But as it stands right now, we'll have to keep our eyes on it. Just keep your ears to the ground. We'll keep you updated every step of the way on ESPN Louisville and ESPN Louisville Plus. Hopefully, you see your guy out there, and hopefully all things are good to go. Give him the green light and give him the ball, and let's run that thing down Pittsburgh's throat. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Are you nervous about this situation? Are you worried that one Isaac Brown maybe will not be playing for the whole season for the University of Louisville? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. You can follow me at Justin Soforo, of course, ESPN Louisville on all our different platforms as well. Go Cards, Cats, Bourbon and Bluegrass. See you all next time.